I now give the floor to His Excellency Mutale Nalumango, the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia.
Excellencies, before I deliver my national statement, allow me to express solidarity on the adoption of the resolution of the political declaration. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Zambia, we commend the work by the co-facilitators on the political declaration on the midterm review of the Sendai framework, and all member states for reaching consensus. The Zambian declaration is in support of the adopted text, which we hope will enable states to accelerate implementation of the Sendai framework. Allow me now to deliver our national statement. Your Excellency, Mr. Saba Korosi, President of the 17th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Her Excellency, who has just left, Ms. Amina Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Excellencies, distinguished delegates. At the outset, I would like to express our gratitude to the Special Representative of the Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction for convening this important conference. The mid-term review of the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction is taking place at a critical moment in our global development history. We are approaching the midpoint of the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, the SDG Summit, and the global stocktake of the Paris Agreement. And yet, progress recorded so far is very worrying. We are witnessing increasing scale, frequency, and intensity of the climate-induced disasters, with their devastating impact, undermining the implementation of the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals more generally. We therefore cannot overemphasize the urgency of accelerating implementation of the Sendai Framework as an integral part of the 2030 Agenda. Mr. President, we acknowledge and applaud the Secretary General's call to protect everyone on Earth through universal coverage of early warning systems. However, most developing countries lack sufficient investment in forecasting and early warning systems for effective and comprehensive early action, including disaster preparedness and response. We call for enhanced international support from development partners in integration of disaster risk reduction in the implementation of relevant sustainable development policies. Zambia has undertaken the following key measures, among others, to strengthen disaster risk management in the context of the climate change discourse. 1, established a robust mid-dimensional disaster management structure at all levels of society and government that allows for the participation of both state and non-state actors in disaster risk management. 2, incorporated disaster risk reduction into development planning to ensure that the National Development Framework is risk-informed. In conclusion, Mr. President, as chair of the African Group of Negotiators on Climate Change, We also look forward to a constructive engagement on funding arrangements for addressing loss and damage at COP28. I thank you.
I thank the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia.